Hey everyone, it's Abby Glassenberg from Craft Industry Alliance. I hope you are having a great day today. It is a seriously beautiful day here in the Boston area, unseasonably warm, which is kind of awesome since my kids have the day off. Today is our member spotlight video series, and I am very excited about our special guest today. We are going to be having Lesley Ware, who is someone that I super admire and just love. And so she's going to be joining us soon to talk all about her fashion and her books and dressing to make yourself feel good and all that she does. So before Lesley comes to join us, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about Craft Industry Alliance, if you're not familiar. So we are a community for craft and creative professionals, and we have 1,700 members. They are from all over the United States and also all over the world, and they have incredible businesses. Some of them are Etsy shop sellers, some of them are brick and mortar shop owners, they are manufacturers, they are also content creators, they're YouTubers, they're podcasters, and let me see, I see Lesley here. Lesley, you want to request to join our live? And I will let you in. And there are also larger businesses too in the craft community. So we have businesses of all sizes, and we provide news on our website, and we also provide education and community. So I hope you might come check us out at craftindustryaLliance.org if you haven't already. So I'm going to have Lesley join us now. I'm really looking forward to seeing her. Hey, Lesley.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am really good. It's great to see you.
Great to see you too. I love all of the stuffed animals and books and like all of your fun things behind you. I just want to touch everything and play with it.
Thank you so much. It's great to talk to you again. I know we had you on the Craft Industry Alliance podcast, but that was a while ago, and you are up to all kinds of new projects since then. So I definitely want to catch up. But first, I wanted to say congratulations on getting married.
Thank you.
So exciting. I love seeing your beautiful wedding photos that you posted.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Abby.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing since, I guess, like the lockdown and the pandemic has started, because one of the things that has really inspired me is how you have been dressing to make yourself feel good. And that's something that's always inspired me about your work, because I think sometimes when we're stuck at home, we kind of fall back on wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt and not putting on earrings and not putting on accessories and just kind of feeling badly. But you kind of do the opposite. And I think that's a really good reminder about taking care of ourselves. So I'd love it if you could talk a little bit about how the way you dress makes you feel and that connection.
Cool. So, I am like kind of a fashion person. My mom like used to model when I was little, and she made all of our clothes, and she's a hairdresser. And so I just kind of grew up like kind of in that world, and I think growing up like really know what to do with it or like how to turn it into like a career. And so I think moving to New York, which I guess I've been here now 14 years, was kind of like what reconnected me to fashion. And my job in New York was like in the garment district. Like I wasn't working in fashion, but like I would run out and like look at what people were wearing, because Bryant Park was a few blocks away, or I would like go to Mood Fabrics. And I think living in New York just really helped me like reconnect to the like childhood connection that I had with fashion. And so I've just always been like curious about like how you can like use fashion as a tool, because I think fashion can get like a bad, kind of like a bad reputation, especially like with kids, because it kind of like um kind of puts them into groups of like the haves and the have-nots, and like trying to keep up with brands and like all of that kind of stuff. And I've just always, I guess, been looking for how to put like a different spin, or like a more positive spin on fashion. So like, figuring out, you know, how to get more people to like make their own clothes, or like how you can speak up with fashion. And now I'm like just really stuck on like how fashion can be a tool to like lift your mood and like kind of give you like what you need in the moment. And so like the pandemic really had me down at the beginning, and I was about to resort to like just sweatpants and leggings. I'm wearing leggings today. Like I do wear a lot of sweatpants and leggings, but I try to make it a point to like at least dress up like twice a week, to go out and get a coffee, walk around the block, because it just like it really makes me feel better. And I think it is a tool that you can use. Like if like some days I feel like I need a hug because like I can't, like I only can hug my husband really. And it's like I'll wear, like I have this sweater and I call it the hug sweater. Like when I put it on, it's just like wearing a hug. Or some days I wake up and I'm feeling like really energetic, and so I'll try to wear something that's like bright to like keep that feeling all day. And so I've just been like keeping a little fashion and self-care journal of like all the different ways that fashion can like lift my mood, and I like hope to share that with like other people so they can try it too in their own way.
I love that so much. And I know that you've done that so well with teaching young people, both through the classes that you teach at different places, and also through the books that you write. And I wanted to show you that I hope you can see, I have this book. I had to go upstairs and steal it from my daughter's room. I hope you can see it's like so worn out. She like
Oh
broke
my gosh.
because this is my 9-year-old daughter, Josephine. This is like her favorite book. I mean, she uses it
Aww.
constantly. So it's called How to Be a Fashion Designer. This is one of Lesley's books. And it really, I mean, if you have a child in your life who wants to be able to design their own clothes or just kind of dress up some of the things that they have, this is totally the best gift because seriously, it's her favorite book. She loves it so much.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So if you could talk a little bit about like how you teach and some of the classes that you teach and that kind of aspect of your career, that would be great.
Awesome. So I moved to New York 10 years ago, and I was, or not 10 years ago, 14 years ago, but I was working at the Girl Scout National Office when I moved here. Because like I wanted to, like my undergrad degree is in elementary education, but like right out of college, I was like, like I want to teach, but not like traditional academic subjects, because it just felt like so important and so heavy. And I think I was really nervous about not being able to deliver on like helping people do math and learn how to read. Like it just at 2023 felt like just this arduous like task. And so I kind of strayed away from traditional education, but worked with like nonprofits in like a youth serving capacity. And so when I started the Creative Cookie, it just kind of started off as like a fashion kind of sewing blog in 2008. But then like I kept doing it and decided that I wanted to figure out how to make it my full-time job, or just like give it a go. And so I got an opportunity to like leave the job that I like moved here to do, and I said I'm gonna give it a year and just see what happens. And so I started responding to Craigslist ads, and there was one that said, teach can you teach my 11-year-old daughter how to sew? And it was this family on the Upper East Side, and I just like sent them a link to my blog. I was like, I have a degree in elementary education. Can I come meet her name's Cassie, and now she's in college, which seems crazy. So I like went up to meet them, and they loved me, and I loved Cassie, and so she was like my first sewing student. And then from there, they like introduced me to other families on the Upper East Side. So I was like kind of bopping around 10 years ago with my sewing kit, going from rich family to rich family, like teaching sewing. And then an opportunity came along to get a studio. And so I got my first studio. I remember it was $200 a month. And I was like, oh my God, like, how am I ever going to afford this? And then I just started getting more and more students. And I really wanted to focus the classes on like helping kids like figure out their own personal style and like their unique voice through fashion. And so that's been kind of, I guess the like hallmark of like Creative Cookie is just like finding your talents and kind of like creative voice through fashion. And so I had the studio for about 6 years. And then life changed and I had a kind of major transition and I had to close it. But there were about 30 kids who were coming like every week for different levels of classes or private lessons. And it was just like a really fun time. And I missed the studio days. But now I'm like teaching with different like institutions and like museums and stuff in New York City. So it's kind of like evolved from studio to me like going out to different places. And now, of course, it's all Zoom.
Right. Yeah, totally. And you have some neat collaborations and new things on the horizon. So many, I feel like you've got like all kinds of stuff going on right now. So you've got a new class series coming up with Creative Bug, which I think is so exciting because that's a great platform. You've got books coming out, including a new book with Abrams, which is exciting. I hope I can talk about that.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. And then, and then you have like a fashion collaboration too. So I don't know if you want to talk about any of those things, but there's just so much neat stuff happening for you.
Yeah, let's talk about the book. We just had our kind of kickoff meeting yesterday with the editor at Abrams. So I'm collaborating with Black Girls Sew, which is a new nonprofit here in Brooklyn, and we're creating this Black Girls Sew
Oh,
book.
that's going to be amazing.
I know. And the funny thing is when I started writing books, it was because I went to Barnes and Noble. And when I started teaching Cassie, like all these other students in Cassie were like, what's the bobbin? What's this? What's that? So like my teacher hat came on and I was like, let me go to Barnes and Noble and find a textbook. And then when I went, there were no books that had like any girls of color in them. And this was like 2012-ish, 2011. And so I was just like, oh my God, like, I guess I'm going to have to write the book. And so, So Fab was the first one that came out in 2015. And I really fought to have like a Black girl on the cover. And
I love the cover of that book. It's so pretty.
Thank you. And I was so like thankful that Lawrence King was like on board with it and having like just every girl represented in that book. And then I feel like the books have just like increasingly like I've been able to put more and more brown girls in them. And now we're gonna have one that's like all like just a Black girl book. And so I feel just grateful for the opportunity to have publishers who are like open-minded and to be able to like bring that to the market. And I'm so excited about this book. Like I hope we can do like a kind of like Black girls sew camp series or like a tour. It comes out in the summer of 2022. Yeah. So not next year, but the year after. So it'll be full of kind of like profiles about like hidden figures that like, have been prominent in the fashion industry that a lot of people like may have not like heard of. There'll of course be lots of DIY projects, and I'm trying to also like incorporate like different techniques that are unique to like the Black experience, like certain ways of dyeing or weaving or just different things that girls can like experiment with and hopefully bring those into the project so they can put their own unique spin on them. So
Wow, this is going to be such a great book. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited. This is a huge contribution to kind of the library of sewing books that is out there. What a huge achievement. I'm just like so excited for you. I can't wait until this book is out there. And that's awesome. You're exactly the right person to do this. And in collaboration with Black Girl Sew, it's going to be awesome. Congratulations on that. And awesome to Abrams that they like want to do this with you too.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, okay, so that's great. And then Creative Bugs coming too. So,
Yes, Creative Bug. So we wrapped on like filming it, I guess about 3 weeks ago, and I got to be one of the first people to do it remote because I was like talking to Courtney, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to come to San Francisco?" And I'm like, so paranoid and like just trying not to get coronavirus. So the thought of being on a flight for 5 hours was just like, I would love to go to San Francisco, but like not right now. And so my husband is like a television producer. And so I was like, hey, like, can we maybe figure out like a way for me to do it here in our apartment in New York? And so they were open to it. They put together this wonderful guide for like how to film remotely, and we had some meetings. I got to work with Stephanie, or Twinkie Chan,
and yep.
who's on your podcast like this
Yes.
week, or was it last week?
It was recently.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
the
like
one
love
before.
her
Yeah.
episode,
Yeah.
and she's awesome. So she was my artist coach, and we just like talked through all the projects. And my living room was a studio for about 10 days, so that was like a little weird, but fun. And so that'll be out, I think, next year, like because they have like their calendar. And I think right now they're like editing everything. So I'm really, really excited. Like it was such a fun opportunity to get to work with them. And thank you for posting it because I found out about the opportunity through your newsletter. So I really appreciate
Yay.
it.
That's awesome. Yeah, so that's great. And that's really great. And then you also have like a fashion, I don't know what to call it, like a series or something. And is the brand called Newly? Am I saying that right?
Yes, Newly. Love Newly. So I last year for my birthday, I gave myself, I was like, I'm gonna do this for 1 month, a subscription to Newly, because it's this awesome service where you can get 6 items. It's $88 a month, and then you just like put them back in the box, ship them back to Newly. They handle all the cleaning and everything, and then you can order 6 more items. And so I was like, I needed like 5 dresses for the holidays, like to go to different parties. And I didn't want to buy 5 dresses. I didn't have time to make or upcycle 5 dresses. So I was like, I'm going to do Newly. And then I just like ended up falling in love with it because you can get like these like beautiful, expensive pieces. And I like to look at how they're like constructed. And like, it was just also like inspirational for me. Like order from them sometimes, and I just like hang it on my wall and like look at it or try to sketch it. So it's just lots of fun to have the subscription. So I thought I was gonna do it for 1 month, and then I got hooked, and then COVID happened, and I almost canceled because I'm like, well, I'm not going anywhere. Like I don't need 5 dresses. You know, there are no gallery openings to go to or anything. But then I was something in me was like, well, just keep it and get fun shirts to wear on Zoom or like sweaters or coats for the one day a week that you go outside to the grocery store. And so I continued to do it. And then I just started doing, for a while I was afraid to leave my apartment, which sounds crazy, but like,
No.
Okay. So
you live in New York City. I would be afraid to leave my apartment too.
Because it was like the height of the pandemic, and my therapist kept saying to me, like, Lesley, like you can go sit on your stoop, you can go outside. And so I started doing these kind of like fashion and self-care walks where I would like reflect on something that was like happening, and I was like usually wearing something from Newly. And so I would just like tag them in it. And long story short, like we became friends and they were like, we love what you're doing. Like people need to feel good right now. Like, can we do kind of like a mood lifting, like collaboration with you? And here we are. So I did like a shoot in September where I got to pull like all my favorite like Newly looks or some of my favorite pieces, and then we did a Halloween shoot which was a lot of fun, and then now we're doing a DIY series so that their customers can kind of make things to go with their Newly. So
Okay.
and they also are like they're an Urban Outfitters company, so it's
Oh,
Anthropology, Free People, and then Newly, and then they like have all these other brands kind of like under the umbrella that they carry. And so I'm just trying to like come up with like easy DIY projects, like how to swap out the buttons on your shirt to make it like more interesting, or using all your scraps to make a scarf, different dyeing techniques. So it's been a lot of fun to like incorporate this like upcycling DIY piece with like fashion that's kind of like at a higher level, kind of like mixing and matching.
yeah. Yeah, you're the perfect partner for them for that. That's awesome.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like totally speaks to if you love something, like go for it and tag them. You just don't know what kind of partnership could happen. So, keep your eyes open and just do like follow what you enjoy doing because it can lead to something amazing or not and you just have fun along the way. But, why not? Just
Yeah,
try
why
it.
not? I was just yeah, just like tagging them, and then we ended up in each other's DMs, and then it led to a Zoom call and
So great, right? Exactly. So being afraid to leave your house, and and here we are. So
yeah, silver linings.
silver linings, yeah, totally, 100%. Getting to film a Creative Bug video series in your apartment. I mean, all these good things have happened. So, well, Lesley, congratulations on all these neat successes, and I love hearing your story in this new installment since we last had a chance to speak. And so people can check you out at Creative Cookie. I know you just launched a new the website, Lesley
Yay!
Ware, so people can check that out as well. It's really beautiful. So make sure you go see that. And thank you for being a member of Craft Industry Alliance as well. We love having you.
Oh my gosh, I love being a part of it, and the monthly meetups are so much fun for me.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. Thanks everybody for coming today, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.